5 from the 24. And the first carry of the day, this is Jashawn Corbett, and he is going nowhere. Swallowed up by Joe Wallace. His defense has been stellar all season long. 3rd down and 7. Mond under pressure, steps away, finds his target. That's a first down to the 32-yard line. On 2nd and 5, Mond to throw. He's got a man open. It's Jacob Harris. Harris weaving down the sideline inside the 40 and knocked out of bounds near the 33.
No score. To the right, and Broncos will be the run to the left.
Here's Corbin again, pushing the pile, and he's not able to get very far. And best total defense in the UFL. On 3rd down, handoff up the middle, plowing into the end zone. It's Aiden Robbins, his first touch, first half touchdown of the year for the Brahmas.
Especially when you're a big underdog.
So a 6-0 advantage. Brahmas. And up the field comes Jadon Mickens, and Jadon Mickens, out it goes to the 34-yard line.
In that secondary, not a big hitter.
And on the end around, it's Mickens trying room, and none there. Shut down nicely by the Brahmas. Devontae Beckett closing it out. Matthew Sexton, the deep man for San Antonio. From the 14. Sexton across the 20 and out near the 30-yard line as he goes out of bounds.
Ready, go.
And on 1st down, it's Anthony McFarland buried in the backfield. Oh, what a hit!
He understands something, and you can hear him telling the guys he loves them. Players know until they know that you care.
Brad Wing to punt it away, and an excellent punt again for the UFL's leading punter this season, all the way back to the 10-yard line. Nice move by Chris. Out, stripped out of his hands, and it bounces forward, and I think it ended up right in the lap of a defender who was on the ground for the first 3 plays of that opening drive. And on 1st and 10, back to the ground game again with Abram Smith, and he's swallowed up.
Easy opportunities like that.
So punting it away is Paxton. At the 18-yard line, Sexton bouncing it to the outside. Matthew Sexton with room down the sideline. One man in front, and Sexton gets by all the way for a Brahmas touchdown.
Yeah, nothing like special teams plays to ignite your team. Just kind of got out of their lanes on that one. What I mean by that is you've got an area that you're supposed to be, and you're not supposed to be running behind other players. You get too many players when you're covering kicks that way. Nobody's got contained, and Sexton gets to the outside, and you get Brooks, the punter.
18 total yards for DC to this point. And on 3rd and 7, Tom throws a strike and a first down to Braylon Sanders, and Sanders fights it all the way to the 49-yard line. And the first down of the afternoon for DC. Down, and not much there for Deion Jackson. Came in 6th in the league and runs a half yard there.
Greg Williams, as a defensive coordinator, departed with him.
On 1st down and 10, and again, penetration into the back, going up the run play. Rashard Lawrence gets there to drop him for a loss.
They're just playing with a different attitude, man. They're just physical up front.
Top wide open down the sideline, and walking in and tumbling. Riley Moore looked like it was going to be a stroll in the park, and then he hopped like the Easter Bunny for 6.
Confusion here in the secondary. Moore's just going to go right past the defender. He's going to flip his way into the end zone. We've had some injuries on the back end of that defense. Get some new guys in there. At the line of
Kellen Mond on 3rd and 10. Pressure up the middle, throws it short. Oh, what a play. Oh, the defender energy from that touchdown. Bryce Thompson. Nice. On 1st and 5, play action. Tom flushing on the run. Down the sideline, he finds his open man, and Antonio out of bounds.
He's telling everybody what they got. You can see the corner.
2nd and 5. Has to jump that ball down the sideline, and the adjustment is made for the catch at the 12. Cornell coming back on that underthrown jump ball to make the catch. And with 5 in the NFL, 8 for 12 in his NFL career, and the Cranes' field goal is good. And DC with 9 straight.
I'm sure that's a very kind set of words.
Be kind, Robert. McFarland picking his way to the edge, and McFarland lowering the shoulder down to the 30.
Ready to go.
On 3rd and goal, Robbins steps through a tackle. Robbins into the end zone for the touchdown, 2nd of the day.
I want you to watch Roberson, number 50 on the defensive, an outside linebacker spot. He's just going to guess on here. He's going to cut to the inside. Fun to see. I guess it's not that far from Annapolis, right?
The Stanley Cup snake is going to be tricky. Tamu down the sideline, and what an adjustment made. Coming back to get it is Braylon Sanders, and out at the 10, or out with 10 seconds to go. Good snap and hold, and McCrane's kick is true. 3 points for the defenders with 2 seconds to play.
Ready, to go.
2nd and 4, back to the ground, back to Smith, an opening, a move, Smith barreling into Brahmas, the 49-yard line.
You have your left tackle Durant. You can do some damage.
Smith dropped to the backfield for a 1-yard loss.
Ready.
Well, and from an aesthetic standpoint, we hate to have it because the thing is in front of the camera. On the run, and Tamu not sliding down at the 25. That's a 1st down for DC.
Ready, to go.
And down, Tamu on the keep. Tamu into the end zone for a DC touchdown. The defenders are all the way back, evening it up at 18 with 10:06 to go in the 3rd.
Go for 2. Go for 2. Ready, go. Hard on.
2nd down and 2. And off Corbin, bounces to the outside. 1st down and more for the Brahmas into DC territory. Finally upended by Josh Proctor.
Ready, go. X-return. He starts in and moves back out.
Bond over the middle, found his man. It's Ward into the end zone for a Brahmas touchdown.
And I don't think it's a mistake that what's been one of the most competitive games of this UFL season has led to one of the biggest beer snakes we've seen.
Well, it's a holiday, it's a day to celebrate, and a nice toss and catch from Tamu to the sideline.
You got a little bit of Australian accent when you said the 2. You know, Crocodile Dundee on you right there for some reason.
Not bad. Smith in the backfield, bouncing away, but swarmed by Brahmas. 5 for 7 on 3rd down tonight. This is 3rd and 9. Mond are able to get free. Mond on the run, leading, and he's got the 1st down.
Especially in the first half of the game.
4th and 1, they're going to go. The hand, he's not going to get there. The DC defenders, the top total defense in the UFL this season.
Hit your go, you got the press. Go route.
Tamu down the sideline, incomplete. Roland thought he was held.
This is when you go jab, jab, jab. You take a shot downfield at some point.
Pressure comes and down he goes. A team that had not had anything from pressure in the first 3 games. Just 2 total sacks. Gets
hard.
Goes down at 10 and swallowed up in the backfield.
Ready? Go.
3rd and 2, handoff, 1st down, and more. Smith finally gets loose and down to the 37-yard line. Fred Keiss, what do you do on 1st down?
Then one swirl. Go.
2nd and 8. Tamu looking deep. Got a man out there in the bucket at the 10. Nobody touched it. And down at the 6 goes Braylon Sanders. Want to see if he was touched down here.
Ooh, that was close. That was close to that ball moving on the way down to the ground, too. Does he get touched here?
Looks to me like he goes out of his way to avoid him.
Yeah. Hurdles him. If he touches him, it was accidental. He certainly wasn't trying to touch him. Wasn't thinking about it. He needed to be touched down before. It's not going to be much of anything.
For DC. From the 6. And nowhere to go.
Is it right or is it left? Roger.
And Tamu keeps. Tamu trying to get to the edge, and he's thrown down at the 9-yard line where it's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. Tamu with pressure coming. Throws right side incomplete. At the 5, he wanted Briley more, and it comes down to this. DC trying to remain unbeaten. Tamu, pressure up the middle. Throws for the end zone. It's incomplete. Nobody saw it. San Antonio is going to come into DC and get their first win of the year.
See Kellen Mond respond to pressure by just a little subtle movement away to buy himself time to make a throw. Jordan Tamu not able